Alrighty, good evening, Bingo fans. I am Awesome Agron.
Troy of Athens.
Yes, yes you are.
I'm used to one doing both, but cool.
Okay, well, anyways, today we have a normal triple match with Triscuit versus GMan. Both runners are pretty, involved in the community. Triscuit does a bit more bingo than GMan. GMan is a bit new to the bingo scene, but GMan is a sub-hour any percent runner. So I have a feeling that that's going to have an impact if it's especially a snow seaside board.
Right, and we are on the winner side of the bracket, so both these players did win their round one match.
Absolutely. All right. So, let's see. What should we talk about? So, Troy, it's been a while since you've commentated bingo, right?
It has.
So, how's the break been?
I am just here.
I'm here. I feel that.
Yeah, I'm alive.
I exist.
High functioning, I guess, maybe.
High functioning, alright.
Yeah.
Well, that's
Okay.
good to hear.
Okay, anyway, so we got... I mean, the board's revealed on live, so we can already start talking a bit.
Absolutely.
Middle square, puzzle room solved for lake.
It's an okay middle square. I'm not opposed to it. So, the first thing that we should do is look and see if they are snow seaside locked, see if they can finish early at all. So, I see 1 checkpoint snow, I see 3 checkpoints seaside, I see 100 moons total, which is basically late game. I see 10 moons from sub-areas metro, which is pretty late game. Not snow or seaside, but still late game, so...
Remind me, what are the any percent Moon Kingdom things?
Any percent Moon Kingdom things? What do you mean?
Like, any percent has this many moons at this kingdom.
Oh,
That's
yes.
usually a good reference to have.
Right. So when they're leaving Sand, they would have 21 moons. When they're leaving Lake, 29. Wooded, 45. Lost, 55. Metro, 75.
Okay. So, yeah. These are good things to know because it lets you know how far off from the normal path everyone's used to that we have to people have to go.
Right. Absolutely. Also, if anyone in chat has any questions, I am perfectly okay answering them.
There is no world where C1 happens, says Arrow Razor.
Yeah, I think I agree with him. 30 Sand with 3 checkpoints seaside and a cap revisit. Avoid C1 like the plague.
GMan just did an up throw cancel for the left side.
Yeah.
That was cool.
Yeah, it's pretty common.
Oh yeah, sorry. So because of the nature of bingo, I just saw a question of C1 question mark. We use a lot of abbreviations. I mean, welcome to speedrunning, really. But yeah, so the rows are the left to right things, the horizontal lines, and so those get abbreviated to R, and then the number, and then yeah, columns are 1 to 5, left to right, and then the diagonals are top left, bottom right, or TLBR, and bottom left, top right, or BLTR. So that's usually the abbreviations we use.
Yeah, so this board is looking kind of ugly. There's a lot of what I like to call trap goals, which are goals where they don't seem like they're that bad, but then when you're doing them, if they don't synergize with your route, they can be really time-consuming. These are 6 multi-moons, 20 moons from sub-areas total, all regional coins in 2 kingdoms, and 100 moons total. So all 4 of those goals, while they don't, finish late, they're still very time-consuming. So you gotta be careful.
And we also have time as people are still finding out their routes, because that's usually what happens in these first 2 kingdoms.
Absolutely.
I'll explain format, because it seems, seems necessary. Normal triple means that normal is the length, so we still have goals that can be up into seaside and snow, and then triple meaning how many lines the player has to do. So they have to complete 3 lines on this sheet in order to be considered completed.
Absolutely. And when they are picking those lines, the best thing to consider is the synergy and, how far you need to go to complete your 3 lines.
Yeah.
But synergy is a big part of it. So, like, for example, I see 10 moons from sub-areas Metro. You pair that with the 20 moons from sub-areas total goal, it would be pretty good. But there's also so many other factors to put in on the board, so...
And such a speed where, because of 20 moons from sub-areas, sounds ridiculous.
It usually is, yeah.
Gotta keep in mind what are fast goals and what are slow ones.
Right. So, in terms of lines on this card that I think are pretty good, C2, even though it goes to snow, every single goal on this line is incredibly easy. Would not take you too much time to do whatsoever.
And with that in mind, I'm actually kind of inching towards R4 as well.
Row 4?
Yeah.
APC in 2 Kingdoms...
Oh, I thought that was Captain Toad Cascade, my bad.
Oh.
Never mind.
Alright. Understandable. There is World Peace Wooded on this card, so there is some synergy for the 6 multi. However, the lines that the World Peace Wooded appears in are not very good, because that's going to force them to go back to cap or do the 20 moons from sub-areas.
Nice.
We got going back to cap no matter what, so...
Yeah, and we got GMan doing the 2D section, and a nice trick jump skip there.
So while it is possible to finish early on this card, I'm not really looking toward it, because there's a lot of the heavy trap goals.
GMan is so practiced. Even the 2D section movement is optimized. What was that shell movement?
For sure. Shouldn't expect anything less from a sub-hour any percent runner, right?
True. I mean, but even so, you'd have to know this particular room.
Yeah.
It doesn't happen in any percent.
But
It doesn't happen in most categories.
But the beauty of, having the, capability of being that optimized at movement is when it comes to bingo, since it's all on the fly, you can easily adapt, even if you haven't played the section that much.
True, but that did seem like very specific strategies that they've practiced.
Sure, absolutely. So Triscuit left Cascade immediately, GMan deciding to stay, so we already have quite a bit of a deviation already.
Yes, this might be GMan going towards C2, like you said.
Yeah. Potentially. So... I mean, realistically, 100 moons total on this card doesn't look that terrible, to be honest. Like, there's definitely worse things you could go for on this card. So, 100 moons, like, if you're doing, like, row 5 or C2... I mean, honestly, this might be a situation where you could justify Seaside plus Snow and just do Seaside any percent. Just to get those moons really fast.
Okay, we got Triscuit collecting some purples in Sandtown.
Mm-hmm. In Sandtown.
Yeah, I realized it at first as well, but it makes sense for what I was saying.
Oh, absolutely, it does make sense.
But yes, it does sound like, oh yeah, we're in Sandtown now. As G-Man's just leaving Cascade Town.
Yeah, Seaside any percent of the top level is 3-1x, so it's pretty fast. And then if you just have to go to Snow to just get the one checkpoint, like, honestly, that's not a bad play at all.
Yeah. Has the fish dip added any more changes to routing potentials?
Yeah, so Fish Dip saves 6 seconds in any percent, and for bingo applications, I found that it can actually be used to make moon shards in the sea somewhat viable. And by somewhat viable, I mean, like, as a complete last resort.
I mean, also
before it wasn't optimal at all.
Also because the clip isn't incredibly consistent, so...
Right. The reason why moon shards in the sea is so bad is because you don't have your cap when you're doing that moon usually. So before, we'd use fish clip to get out of bounds with the cheap and then go do it, but fish clip to moon shards in the sea is a big distance. Fish dip cuts off like 20 seconds worth of swimming. So, at the end of the day, it is used, but very rarely. I think I've only used it in one bingo. So, it's a pretty rare strategy.
Yeah. C5 doesn't seem too bad according to some person in chat. I would say mostly, except for the 20 moons from sub areas total. As I had said before, that's a kind of a slow one, but I mean, also considering we're in triple bingo, you're probably going to have at least one goal that you don't love having.
I understand what they're saying. Like, I do see the synergy here with, like, World Peace Wooded and the 6 multi. Like, you could be doing, like, row 1, C4, C5, but there's a big problem that you run into that you're doing so many goals that take so much time, and you're only finishing, like, very late game metro because of these sub-areas.
Okay. Just for some context now as well, we've got Triscuit has done the outfit room in sand, along with getting the outfit. GMan looks to be doing the same now. Triscuit got a checkpoint in the section for sand, so...
Wait a second. Why did GMan mark outfit door metro? I think that was supposed to be outfit door sand, but he marked outfit door metro. We are not in metro yet.
Yes.
I can confirm this is not the metro kingdom.
Really?
Yes. I wonder what gave it away.
Spoilers, no, stream delay is not that large.
I already missed short single. Are you sure, Neo? I don't know. Like, short single's fun, but triple just has so much more depth to it.
It's interesting. I mean, but it's also I didn't watch a lot of the short single because I've been very busy, but it was fun. I feel like honestly, it's just I think it's just personally like the idea to like experiment, and that's kind of what I like about this tournament is like we're doing a different format each round, so we're actually like seeing which formats are good.
Well, the thing is, we kind of already know what formats are good. We're just playing them now.
I'm entertaining, I guess.
Yes,
is the better
absolutely.
word.
Like there's more variety within the given matches, which is good.
Yeah.
Because as varied and fun as normal triple is, I wouldn't say it gets stale because it's so varied, but it's just nice to see a different format played each round. So GMan in this 8-bit section, potentially, you know, grabbing an 8-bit, so C5 definitely looking prominent for GMan.
That's an interesting perspective of never running normal triple before. Someone said Jack, because like that's the only tournaments we've ever done of bingo. At least officially.
Yeah. So short single was good to like, you know, get newer players involved in the bingo scene because it's just one line. But it's surprisingly more in depth than you would expect, but it's still only picking one line. So it was a good way to, you know, ease in newer players.
Yeah. But I feel like if we kept it going, it could get very nuanced, actually. Instead of just being like, oh, this pattern has something good. Because, like, you can... There were absolutely patterns that I saw in a couple of the matches that I watched where it was like, oh, you could end, like, so much sooner than the lines that they picked.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I mean, like, there are short single cards that literally end in, like, mid-sand. Like, you only need to collect, like, 2 or 3 moons, and it's, like, something stupid, like moon shards in the sand. So, you know, there's definitely cards like that exist in the short single realm. But let's stop talking about short single and get back to the actual topic, which is normal triple, aka this match.
Valid. That is valid. We got both players activating Jaxi and taking Jaxi. Triscuit just took to the Oasis. GMan is taking it to the secret Jaxi area.
Right. Now, I don't think I saw music notes on this card. So it I'm kind of curious why GMan is in here.
It is not
I
on.
guess just for sub-areas. Now, this is one of the slower sub-areas, so kind of surprised he decided to come here still.
Unless he's going for some sort of regional coins goal as well.
Maybe, but I don't see any sand regionals on this board.
There is 125 total,
I mean,
but I feel like you would have already started collecting Cascade for that.
but that's just like overall, so...
That's what I mean, so that's why you would have also have started collecting in Cascade, so very unlikely.
Oh, okay, yeah, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Honestly, though, like, row 1, C4, C5 isn't terrible. Like, the only goal that, like, really stings on here is the all-regional coins in 2 kingdoms. Like, it doesn't mesh with basically anything on that route. However, I still don't agree with it because you're doing so much long stuff that just takes forever, and for what, a late-day Metro finish?
Yeah. By the way, I just realized, if runners are listening to us, there actually are new rules that you are not supposed to be listening to us. So I'm just giving you that warning now.
Well, it's not really anything that we can easily monitor or moderate, so...
Yeah, but if you make it obvious.
True. Triscuit spawned the cactus, but didn't get the moon? Interesting.
The reason behind that, by the way, is that if people make a mistake, we want runners to figure the mistakes out themselves and not have to use the chat's help or our help to fix it.
Right, exactly. So yeah, it's the runner's responsibility to finish all of the goals on their card.
And by the way, I'm not always talking about things that I'm seeing in the Twitch chat. It was in the bingo chat. We have eyes everywhere.
Oh yeah, that's true because GMan unmarked outfit.
And then wrote LMAO.
I didn't even notice that. I didn't even notice that.
And then wrote LMAO as if to say, "Oh my God, you guys were right. I should have." Like I said, we have eyes everywhere.
I didn't even realize. That's really funny.
Yeah, you also get to hear comms talk about routes, which could influence which routes you choose.
Right. So yeah, I don't know, man. Like, this card's kind of a doozy.
Yeah, I mean, we already have so much diversion. GMan now doing IP clip.
Mm-hmm. There's definitely multiple different routes that you can go with this, and probably end up okay. I don't think it's one of those cards where, like, there's a guaranteed winner route, though. So... I'm definitely, like, intrigued in, seeing what these runners end up coming up with. So Triscuit's now in cap, so I guess they're getting this revisit done early.
I mean, I always notice that revisits, depending on, really do just depend on person to person on when they happen. But there are certain times where they are more optimal.
Right.
But usually that's minimal.
Right, of course. And, I mean, like, that's based off of, like, how many moons you need to dump, or, like, if you got, like, the Lake Hintart and you go back to Cascade, stuff like that.
Yeah. I don't think we have hint arts on this board, so...
No, probably not. Or, no heavy Lake and Cascade moon goals, so...
My multitasking is high right now. I am figuring out my takeout order while commentating.
Let's go.
Lower-minded runners, commentators would say, "I'll be right back. I gotta make a takeout menu order." Not me.
Troy is showing off. Troy is actually showing off.
5 head right here.
That is 5 head gets, to be honest.
Okay, Triscuit gonna be...
So Triscuit literally just was there for Captain Toad. That's it. Okay.
Yeah,
I
Triscuit.
suppose.
Going
So-
around collecting some purples.
So it looks like Triscuit's gonna be doing some sort of variant of C4, C5, row 3, probably? I'm not 100% on that, but, like, why not row 1 over row 3? Like, if you're already doing all of that stuff, just do row 1 instead of row 3, right? I guess Triscuit didn't want to do Showdown, which I guess makes sense. I don't know. At the end of the day, it's pretty minimal difference-wise. But we do see GMan going into the Ice Cave, actually. So, GMan will also be collecting the Ice Cave Treasure Moon. No, yeah, Aaron, I do know that, but, like, if you have the synergy with, like, World Peace Wooded already in your round, the other two goals in row 1 are just really easy. Why not do Showdown? But it might be because Triscuit doesn't do IP Clip. So that's probably the reason why he ended up making the decision to do row 3 instead of row 1.
Yeah, G-Man taking a death in this underground ice section.
Yeah, G-Man is definitely struggling with the Ice Cave Treasure Moon. I guess... I guess you could tell that he's not really a Talkatoo% runner. Because Talkatoo loves this moon for some reason. And I got really good at it when I was running Talkatoo%. But, beside the point, G-Man leaving with 21? Could just be he just had extra because he didn't plan it well, but could also potentially be hinting at 100 moons total. But probably not, because it looks like they're doing similar routes. Okay, so now G-Man's going back to Cap. Huh. So, maybe also going for the Captain Toad Cap? Maybe we'll see 4 moons Cap? I'm honestly not sure. It's probably just Captain Toad. If he's going to Seaside or Snow, he should have done the revisit last. Yeah, maybe. But...
Of the sub areas, that has to be some of my favorite movement.
Oh yeah, JGCC is always a treat.
Mm-hmm. I do have one that is actually... that I love even more, if done correctly. But it's... It's typically the optimal strat isn't done, so... I would be the Shards in the Clouds moon.
Oh, are you talking about the Shards Rocket and Wooded?
Yes.
Oh, so you're probably talking about the Zimpar strat, right?
Yes.
Funnily enough, there was actually another strat that was recently, utilized by Shobo because he has a bunch of crazy sub-area stuff and just posts it to Twitter. And, let's just say it's probably never going to be used RTA. Like, it's actually just crazy. I
excited to see a scuffed version of it on stream, because someone absolutely will try to do it and scuff it and exactly show us why it shouldn't be done in a race.
No, yeah, it's pretty difficult. Like, it's basically the Zimpar strat on, like, steroids.
Fun. That sounds amazing. Considering all Zinpar strats already seem impossible.
I mean, Zimpar just utilizes a lot of down throws.
Yeah. Anyway, Triscuit getting the middle square.
So, row 3 is pretty much locked in for Triscuit. I don't see that ever changing.
Those unfamiliar with bingo, especially when you're doing multiple lines, it's always important to consider the middle square because it has access to so many of the lines.
Absolutely. So, it definitely helps if your middle square is just good on its own. Otherwise, you're already going to have a pretty bad time on the card because the middle square is, basically, your gateway to the most possible different lines.
Yes.
But, at the end of the day, you can still work around it. So it doesn't make every card bad, but it definitely makes your life a little bit harder.
Yeah, it makes planning time take longer. I would think.
I don't know, it depends. GMan is going to the crate? Is that right?
Just
No, he already
purple
got
collections.
the crate. No, he already got the crate.
Okay.
I guess he just forgot those purples.
Yeah.
Oh, taking a bomb.
It can be sometimes hard to improv that jump.
Yeah, a little bit. Because, like, the spacing with, like, Mario and the wall, and when you're jumping out of there, like, it's a little bit hard because the camera's pointed, like, it's pointed up, but it's not fully up, so it's... I'm not really sure what I'm trying to say. I guess the perspective's bad. So, Triscuit's, ahead kingdom-wise, which is pretty interesting. GMan did Showdown. So, does that mean we're gonna see row 1 from GMan and row 3 from Triscuit, and they're both doing C4, C5? Or are we just gonna see a completely different line at some point?
I do not know. Sorry for the silence. I was finishing up my order.
Nah, you're good. Don't worry about it. I got it under control. It's possible we might see GMan do both row 1 and row 3 and replace C4 with C5. That honestly is decent, actually. Yeah, you know what? I could actually see that being a possibility. It definitely nails all of the necessary synergies on the card with the routes, and it removes the annoying APC in Two Kingdoms.
Because I wasn't listening to part 1 of this line of train of thought, I am completely lost.
I see.
Okay. Well, on that note, G-Man doing Puzzle Room.
Do we know if either of them got APC in any kingdoms yet?
I don't know your abbreviations.
All purple coins.
I don't believe so.
I see.
Apparently Triscuit did Lake, which seems likely. That Lake is the one I was watching the least, so yeah.
Well, yeah, that's definitely the deviation. Triscuit is doing C4 and G-Man's doing row 1. Now, personally, I agree more with G-Man's decision, because again, if you're already doing World Peace Wooded and the 6 multi, you might as well just, throw it in Showdown at that point. Because the rest of the goals on row 1 are basically built in, which is nice. And you're removing the story moons and the APC in Two Kingdoms, which are the main annoyances on that route, specifically. So, I'm curious how much this deviation is going to affect their run. Because it definitely looks like Triscuit still has a solid lead.
As G-Man is jumping into Deep Woods.
Why is G-Man going into Deep Woods? What reason does GMan have to go into Deep Woods? Literally no reason. That's
Can't think of one now.
I mean, he has 22 moons to get, but he's doing Peace.
Yeah.
So, this doesn't seem like a play at all. Again, it could just be what he's comfortable with. He's doing some darker Wooded One shenanigans. So,
That's fair.
again, it could just be what they're comfortable with.
Yeah.
Just try and stick to already made routes. I mean, that's definitely a way to go if you're not, like, super comfortable as a bingo player yet, but you still know other routes from various categories. You could just piece those together and just still go fast.
True. I have definitely seen that approach. This could be like, what, like a darker side? Or ABC?
Or, you know, you could be like Stravos and do all of your goals in the earlier kingdoms and then just blitz any percent to the end.
Mm.
Which is always interesting to watch, because, you know, it's like 30 minutes in, he's leaving Lake, and then all of a sudden he finishes the card at like 55 minutes.
I want to point out GMan getting that seed just as it was about to despawn. That was crazy. And the optimization of ground pound jumping on top of the beanstalk.
Hey man, you gotta save those frames.
Yeah, totally.
So, they're both going to be doing World Peace Wooded. So, I feel like whoever exits out of that first is going to have a pretty good leg up for the rest of the run.
That is true, and Triscuit's already got that leg right now.
However, Triscuit does still need to do APC loss. So, actually, no, I lied. It's going to be whoever's ahead out of loss.
What's the third line GMan's going for?
Row 1.
Okay.
GMan's doing the mirrored F.
Gotcha.
Yeah, all regionals and 2 kingdoms is not good on this card. There's barely any synergy for it whatsoever. And it's harder than you think it is.
Nice job by GMan doing the nut clips purely for the routing optimization and not for any extra moons.
But we'll definitely see how Triscuit handles it. Who knows? Maybe it'll go, you know, maybe it'll go well. But at the end of the day, it is a Lost Kingdom, and runs are lost in Lost Kingdom. Who would have thought? Yeah, so Triscuit making a better decision in his sub-area distribution, deciding not to go to Deep Woods and instead fill up his sub-area moons here as well, along with Metro. Which is definitely the way to go about it. He did only get 1 moon in that room, but I believe it's because he only got 1 moon in another sub-area. Ice Cave Treasure, duh.
I mean, there aren't actually many sub-areas in Deep Woods.
There are no sub-areas in Deep Woods.
Technically the same answer. I wasn't wrong, it just sounded wrong.
What the heck?
Okay, GMan taking a death. I think that was to FRS.
Triscuit showing off some nice 8-bit story moon synergy here, where the story moon spawns while you're in the 8-bit. Pretty cool, pretty cool. Not quite on the good cycle, though, with the platforms. That's a camera thing. He should have been pointing his camera closer to the story moon, I think. Or, like, not closer, but, like, more forefront.
Yeah.
I'm not really sure how to explain it.
Nice tower skip from GMan. I kind of understood what you meant. I did not. I was not aware that that existed, but it makes sense to me, who knows Mario well enough to know what's going on there.
Okay, cool. Well, alright, sounds good. I'll take that.
Yeah, I could explain further. Basically, Mario and a lot of other three-dimensional games like to not make things work. Like to essentially unload anything that isn't on your screen currently.
Yeah, basically, if it's not on your screen, it doesn't exist.
Yeah, there are a few exceptions to this, but in a lot of cases, you will see this happen.
Yeah, so I'm very interested to see, how big the gap is after Lost, because APC Lost is difficult, but it's not necessarily long. So if Triscuit pulls it off, he still has a sizable lead for sure. Although there are the story moons to still consider. How many story moons has Triscuit collected? I guess 4? He's probably did atop the highest tower. And then he obviously got both in here. So he does need 3 musicians on top of... Ooh, okay. This is a torture.
And ones that are already in, like, the route forced do count, like... Or do they not? Like say, like, our first moon. Does that count?
For which one?
Like, story moons.
God, what is happening? Okay. Sorry, I'm,
Yeah, I see. 1 health on... 1 health on this boss.
This isn't a difficult boss, but,
Yeah.
yeah, this is...
It's an auto-scroller boss. It's an auto-scroller boss, so if you die here, that's a huge time loss.
Yeah. A big time loss, like 2 whole minutes. No exception. So...
Anyway, yeah, I was asking, does our first moon count as a story moon? I forgot. Yeah. Okay.
It is called Our First Moon, and it has the flashy cutscene.
And is on a pedestal. That's the other way I remember if it's a story moon or not. If it's on a pedestal, like the one GMan's about to play.
Wait, is every story moon on a pedestal?
I believe so.
Oh yeah, I guess they are.
Yeah.
I never really thought of that as a way to distinguish them, but nice.
Yeah.
That's cool. So, Triscuit
Game mechanics.
is exactly 1 torque drift fight ahead of GMan. For those that are unaware, that is about 2 minutes and 40 seconds.
Oh, that's true. Metro's that exception, yeah. But most of them have that. Like, Sand has them, Woody has them.
So, if Triscuit doesn't lose, like, 2 minutes and a loss, this is gonna be really close. Because then it's gonna come down to the Metro sub-area execution.
I mean, we're not even gonna consider mess-ups in Cloud.
I mean, they happen, but, like, it's probably 10-20 seconds at most.
True.
Which is still a lot, by the way.
Yeah. It's just not on the scale that we need.
Oh, okay. Triscuit's not doing the most advanced hat strats, so that will also be a slight deviation within the time as well, because GMan will obviously go for the fastest hat strats. But I don't think it's that big of a difference, actually. It's maybe 2 seconds? Maybe 3. So, that's not really that big of a deviation, actually. Oh, 3 story moons is absolutely longer than 35 regionals. Because at least you're going to be getting the 35 regionals when you're going through the sub-areas. At least a good bit of them. Because most of the metro sub-areas have a set or two that you can collect. That's actually a lie, only 3 of them have purples in them, but Dino Room alone gives you 6. And they're basically guaranteed. Ooh, okay. I'm just gonna be, well, that is not a good start. Yeah, APC Lost does this. It's... The movement that you do for APC Lost is rather specific, so if you're not practiced in it, it's gonna go bad. So, I'm curious how far Triscuit is going to make it into Lost before GMan just any percent pummels this. Because I don't think GMan needs to collect anything extra in Lost, which means it's gonna be a sub-hour level any percent Lost versus APC Lost, with lots of minor movement mistakes. So, I'm very curious to see how this is gonna go. Purposely taking damage? Kinda sus, but I guess whatever gets the job done. Alright, so it looks like Triscuit is about a third of the way through Lost Kingdom. Keep in mind, I'm basing this off of his purple count, not his moon count. So, it's gonna be really close exiting Lost, I have a feeling. Like, really close. And, on your right, you're just gonna look at a sub-hour any percent runner literally destroy this kingdom in about 2 minutes and, like, what, 5 seconds, I think is a decent loss?
Sounds right.
It's pretty insane.
Yeah.
Yeah, GMan's definitely gonna pull ahead. This is...
Yeah.
This is just... wow.
Yeah, it's just it's collecting all these purples. They're everywhere in Lost. It's so spread out.
The thing is, APC Lost is not that much slower than a normal any percent loss, but because it's so difficult to do quickly, that's the problem here.
Hmm.
But, like, if you got a top-level APC runner to do it versus a top-level any percent runner to do it, it's like a 40-50 second difference.
Right. And that was an accidental capture of that tropical wiggler, just by the by.
For sure. There are no capture goals on this card, so...
Yeah.
How many sub-areas has G-Man done?
That is not a question to ask me.
So, he did Ice Cave, he did Jaxie, he probably did both Moai and Bullet Bill and Sand, so that would put him at 7. Probably did Pipeway and Wooded, I had a guess.
Yeah, Triscuit having some movement problems. Luckily hasn't died.
So that would put him at 11 moons from sub-areas left, which I guess is fine. I don't know, maybe I'm missing one somewhere. Maybe he went into the tank room like Triscuit did and just grabbed the first one. To even out his Ice Cave treasure. Alright, so, now we're definitely seeing quite a lead shift, because there's just... yeah, Triscuit had to collect a ton of regionals, and they're very difficult to collect quickly, so it's It's understandable that the lead would change here.
I mean, they pulled off the route correctly, at least.
Oh, absolutely. But I feel like at this point, GMan's gonna have to really mess up these sub-areas, and Triscuit's gonna have to pull them off pretty well for him to win.
Right.
Because remember, Triscuit still has the story moons as well. GMan doesn't.
Why, I'm sorry. Are they both he, him? I don't have pronouns here, and I'm possibly messing things up.
I don't know. I can only assume.
Alright, what fun.
I mean, you could play it safe and just say they them.
That's usually what I try to do. But that's just me. I'm not gonna judge you if you don't.
At the end of the day, we're all humans.
Yes. Valid.
So, whatever floats your boat, whatever you identify as.
Yeah. Oh, G-Man gonna... Oh wait, no, that was intentional. Never mind.
So there's actually a really crazy strat for those purples. So, you do the normal crazy City Hall strat called the Goomba F. Not,
yeah,
the
Goomba hack.
Green.
Goomba hack.
Yeah, Goomba
Goomba hack.
Yeah. Goomba Heck is the PG version of the name. But basically, you can do a down throw when you're diving onto the platform, and if you angle your down throw and timed it correctly, Cappy will collect all 3 of the regionals.
That sounds extremely finicky.
It's so hard. Like, I experimented with it, and I'm probably never going to be able to utilize it RTA.
Mm-hmm.
It's so hard.
Yeah. Those strat names. I came up with one randomly while thinking right now. May I suggest Goomba Fudge?
Goomba Fudge. So, yeah, GMan definitely has the lead here. It is definitely his game to win. But like I said, Metro sub-areas can do a lot of naughty things, so if GMan struggles with them and Triscuit performs them well, we could still see an upset.
G-Man getting an ear. I only was able to identify that because it got all the way to the end.
Right.
I don't know spawn points, I only know the final picture.
So Triscuit is probably about 40 seconds behind, assuming this is a 2-cycle.
Yeah. Both of their Neo, both of their routes do need 10 moons from Metro sub-areas.
At least 10. GMan might need 11.
Yeah.
Because I don't remember him getting 1 moon in a wooded sub-area. Like Triscuit did. So GMan might need 11. I'm not 100% certain on that.
Right, if they want to finish in Metro.
Well,
Which would be ideal.
yeah, they'll finish in Metro.
Yeah.
There's 14 moons from sub-areas here.
I know it can be done, I just meant, like, I don't know. Freedom of choice. You don't have to.
14 moons from sub-area Metro Colwyn.
Nah, let's just go to a different kingdom, it's fine.
Just go to a different kingdom. Just do all of the Metro sub-areas.
No.
So
Nah.
we're not seeing any fancy strats here. No shard clips from GMan.
In fact, they are struggling with this sub-area.
Yeah, this sub-area is slow without the clips. Like, it's difficult to do fast with the clips and without the clips.
Yeah.
It's just awkward because you're boxed into this square. Is it a square? I think it's
Just
a
call it
square.
a box to make that funnier, but that was your choice.
Well, I mean, technically, it would be a rectangular prism if it wasn't congruent, but, you know, whatever.
Rectangular prisms can also be boxes. When you get a package from UPS, are they all cubes?
No.
Then there you go, it's a box.
Alright, cool. Small boxes.
Yeah.
Although I've never seen, you know, just, like, a plain glass box in the sky like that, have you?
This is Mario, why are you questioning that?
What is happening? Alright. So, they're both in the same sub-area, but, GMan definitely already, you know, pulled ahead with his sub-areas.
Yeah.
Again,
Okay.
Triscuit still needs the story moons, which is problematic.
Yeah.
'Cause those are
GMan
gonna
having
take
a
a
lot of
while.
trouble in bullet building. It's
Yeah.
uncharacteristic of a sub-hour runner.
I think he decided he's gonna get these purples, but then realized how much of a bother they would be if he didn't do the strat. Now, there is a variant of the bullet building strat where you collect, like, I believe 2 of the regionals with the bullet bill. But...
Dude, that roll cancel for those music notes was really pretty.
It was. Oh yeah, I didn't even think of how many 8-bits they might still have left. That did not even cross my mind. Well, I guess Triscuit just got his last one, but GMan finished them early, so good on him. I don't think it makes sense to do the 8-bit in Metro.
GMan doing the outfit door clip to go to the one outfit door sub area that has 2 moons.
No, like exactly. I didn't even realize Triscuit needed the 8-bit. I was like, wait. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, GMan did 2 in Cascade of 8-bit, I recall. Whereas I think Triscuit just left Cascade, so.
Oh yeah, that's right. GMan had the Cascade sub-area.
Yeah.
Did he get both of the moons in there?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. No, yeah, then GMan's fine on sub-areas.
Yeah, Triscuit's the one that's... Oh, and also, I was saying Triscuit's the one who's troubling for 8-bit sections. Although they're probably fine now. They were just had to reach.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, another outfit door clip.
Yeah, so GMan is very close to finishing. I think just 2 more sub-areas after People Room. Opting to do the rocket sub-area? Alright. I suppose.
Maybe some purples could be in, so I don't know.
I mean, yeah, there is a set of purples in here, so... Yeah, that would make sense. And then if he hasn't done Dino Room yet, I guess he's gonna end on that. Deciding to just go through the sub-area the normal way, not gonna try any reverse shenanigans.
Aw,
Which is
come on.
faster, but
It looks
not by much.
cool. It looks cool, though.
It does look cool.
Maybe
Actually missing a full cycle there.
Yeah.
Weird. So weird seeing the sub-area done normally.
Okay, and...
Pretty fast, though.
Yeah. And...
So GMan just has 1 more sub-area left, right?
according to them, no.
Wait, what?
I don't know. This looks like they're about... Based on
Wait.
stream delay and whatnot, this looks like they're just about to collect some purples and leave. So...
Wait, they did shards? Like, you know, the rotating maze? They did...
Alright, yep, time to fact check. Time to fact check. Triscuit, keep going. If you think you need to stop. Keep going, Triscuit.
Wait, so they did Shard, they did Bullet, they did Outfit, they did People. Where else did they go? That's only 8.
Yeah. By the way, G-Man.
Wait, no,
it's up
no,
to you to figure
no.
this out. You check
No.
yourself.
No.
Okay.
No.
No.
Yeah, I lied. They're good.
All right.
Yeah.
I trust you.
Yeah, they're good. It was Bullet, Maze, Outfit, People, Metro Rocket. That's 5. Which, will equal 10 because math.
Yeah, 2 in each.
5 times 2 is 10, guys. Didn't you know?
Wow.
Pretty crazy. So, GG's to GMan.
And the other 10 mins, did the 8-bit section in, like, the 8-bit sub-area in Cascade.
Ice Cave, which paired with that.
Mm-hmm.
Or, wait, did he get Pof in the Cascade sub-area? I don't remember.
The 8-bit one, yeah.
He did.
Yes.
Okay.
We're talking about G-Man, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So he did 2 Cascade, he did the Jaxi Ruin sub-area and Sand along with Ice Cave, and Moai and Bullet Bill? Or did he not do Moai or Bullet Bill?
Did he get both in Jaxi sub-area?
Oh my god, dude, I don't remember. Wait, did G-Man go to Bullet Bill? I don't know. I mean, like, he must have. I mean, he got 8 checkpoints. It'd be silly not to.
I recall, yeah, G-Man did Moai.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, G-Man did Moai.
Okay. So, yeah. So yeah.
I remember seeing Moai, and I don't
fine.
see a reason why Triscuit would have gone to Moai, so.
He's fine, because G-Man probably did, like, Pipeway or something and wouldn't. So, yeah, he's fine.
Sorry, you cut out. I didn't hear that part.
G-Man is fine. He wins.
Okay. I mean, I'm good with, honestly, the fact that you keep track on Notepad.
Alright, and now we wait to see if they want to do any post-game interviews.
Hello?
Hello, Triscuit. How are you?
Good.
Okay. So,
Cool.
yeah, I mean, like, what do you think of that board? Hello?
Well, I was between the 4 lines that were done on this card, for sure.
Right. So,
and you probably saw that in Sand.
Right, so did you end up picking C4 over row 1 because you maybe are not fully comfortable with, like, IP clip?
Yeah.
I see. Do you think if you did G-Man's route, you could have won?
Yeah, even without IP clip, I feel like it was much faster than what I did, and I didn't lose by too much, only a little under 2 minutes.
It was close. I was pleasantly surprised. That was good. And, with G-Man being a sub-hour any percent runner, not having too much bingo experience, him still pulling out the W like that, it's pretty good.
Yeah, it was a pretty good card, assuming you're choosing any of those 4 lines.
I mean, So I was talking about this at the start, and there's definitely merit for Seaside plus Snow on this board.
Really?
Yes. So if you look at row 5 and C2, look at how easy those goals are.
I guess.
And like an any percent Seaside is like, what, 3.5 minutes?
And then that snow was like a minute.
Right, because it's just one checkpoint. So there was definitely merit for Seaside plus Snow on this card.
Yeah.
It's rare, but
GMan's in here now too, by the way. I manually invited him because the
that's
GG.
fine. That's fine.
bots are weird.
That's perfectly fine. So how you feeling, G-Man?
I think my route was okay, but some of the execution was just like some silly mistakes. I got 15 regionals and Lake by accident because like I got confused.
Right, yeah. I mean, I mean, like, that definitely happens. I mean, it's good that, you still got all of the goals within your
Yeah,
3 lines, and
That,
that's
that's,
what's
that's
important.
what I was hoping for. I just wanted to get all of them.
Right, absolutely. Now, I feel like your route was actually pretty solid. I feel like it was one of the better routes that you could have done on this card. But something interesting that I was talking about with Triscuit before you got here is I felt like this card had potential for Seaside plus Snow. Because if you look at row 5 and C2, look at how easy those goals are. And,
Yeah,
for you, that would have been perfect, because
For
you
me,
can just
like,
blitz
my
through the
instinct
kingdoms.
is like if I see snow or seaside, just immediately reject it. That's
Interesting.
kind of my
So,
instinct.
yeah, that's definitely a good thought process, but I don't think they should immediately be axed out of your mind, because
Yeah.
with this route, look at how much you did for a late day Metro finish. Like, it's not even an early day Metro finish, it's a late day Metro finish. It had good synergy, I won't deny that, but you did a lot of stuff. Like 20 moons from sub areas, 6 multis. Those generally don't mesh well. It definitely helped that there was the 10 moons from sub areas Metro goal and the World Peace Wooded. I think that definitely helped balance things out and, make the route actually okay to use. Otherwise, it could have been a lot worse.
Yeah, I did a lot as well with a 17 Metro finish.
Right, absolutely. Because you also had to get story moons and
And
yeah, the
2 Kingdom APCs.
APC loss really ended up killing you, because
For
leaving
sure.
Wooded Triscuit, I believe you were a whole torque drift fight ahead of G-Man. And leaving Loss, you were about 40 seconds behind G-Man.
Yeah,
So
that was...
APC Loss just killed you.
Yeah, I believe you
feel like
had
could've
said
done
2.5
APC in, like, a
minutes.
different kingdom, maybe. Because what did you do? Was it lost in something else?
I did Lake. Since I already had the 15, I already had the sub areas, I already had the 8-bit.
Right.
Masters for you.
No, yeah, for sure. That totally makes sense.
I think people in chat were saying, like, yeah, if it was one Kingdom of all regional coins, then it would have been fine, because all the synergies you're talking about with Lost. But 2
Absolutely.
became awkward.
Right. And while I can totally agree that APC loss is fast when done correctly, it's so difficult that if you don't have like any prior experience or practice with it, it's not going to go well, and you're just going to waste a lot of time.
Yeah, I ended up remembering where all of them are, but I definitely forgot a few.
No, yeah, it's very difficult to pull off quickly, but if done well, I believe it's like a 40-50 second difference from a top level any percent loss, which honestly isn't even that bad. But that's assuming, like, top APC runner level, so...
I wonder if it would have been
So,
faster
David.
to... wonder if it
Anyways.
would have been faster for me to skip Metro, 8-bit, and do Cascade APC.
Maybe. Yeah, that's definitely a possibility. Because you were already going around the kingdom a good bit, right?
In Cascade?
Oh, wait,
Or in
no.
Metro?
Oh, wait. Oh, wait. No, sorry, that was G-Man that was in Cascade for a good bit. So, yeah, I mean, like, I suppose APC Cascade could have been a decent play. But I think overall, row 1 was just better than C4, and that was the general downfall.
Yeah. I was
But
also looking at C3 there. I was between those 5 lines.
C3,
I
100
wouldn't.
moons
I
total.
didn't choose C3 because of
I don't
100
think
moons.
so.
That's kind
Yeah.
of
Yeah,
intimidating.
the moons killed it for me, so I
I think
decided against that.
if you're not going to snow or seaside and you don't have a lot of, moon goals, you're just asking for a punishment if you do 100 moons total.
Yeah.
So I think it was right on you to avoid that.
Do you think BLTR could be valid?
BLTR is not bad. I
I'd
feel
have to
like
agree. It's pretty good.
I feel like BLTR would have been my third line on that
I
seaside
could see that.
snow thing that I was thinking about. So yeah, that's definitely a possibility. Or, I don't know, either that or the utter diagonal TLBR, but the problem is APC in Two Kingdoms again.
Yeah, that's.
It's
Yeah.
just in such a bad spot.
Being
So,
on a diagonal, that's on already 3 lines.
yeah, absolutely.
And it's on 3 otherwise really good lines as well.
No, yeah, exactly. Being on a diagonal or a corner is the second, most focused spot on the card.
Obviously behind the center.
Right. And then all the other spaces, I believe, are equal priority.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. Anything else to add, guys?
Do I need to verify anything else, or am I good?
No, I think you're good.
Just
I
for
see that you have your
sanity's
35 regionals metro.
Yeah.
We were
Just for
keeping track of
sanity's sake,
your players while you were-
yeah, okay, but sorry. Just for sanity's sake for Neo, just go through your moon lists on every kingdom.
Okay.
I've
Oh,
done
yeah.
that. I
A
should
lot
be good.
Yeah, it makes it a lot easier than Neo having to watch the whole VOD.
Right, for sure, absolutely.
Granted, he's not gonna have fun having to translate everything. Although he has the numbers, so it's not gonna be that bad.
Yeah, the numbers are easily accessible.
Yeah. Yeah, just
Probably
like
got a
Polygon
master
or
list
something.
somewhere.
Yeah, Polygon, IGN, some
Oh yeah, there's that
some,
too.
some Moonlist website.
Or some doc that he probably has made. I wouldn't be surprised.
Make a doc when you already know that Moonlist exists on the internet. Why?
Why not?
Because
Sounds like
someone's
a
already
waste
done the
of
work for
time.
us.
Sounds like a waste of time.
Yeah.
Oh man, dude.
Okay. I think we're pretty much done here, but I'm just waiting until the stream shows you doing that before finishing.
No, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, that was close. Surprisingly close, for sure.
Yeah, only like a minute 45 seconds apart. Not bad, guys. Good stuff.
Gonna have to rewatch the VOD just to watch that train wreck of a sand mine.
Oh yeah, that was a pretty interesting sign. Apparently, according to Aaron, the winner, you spawned the cactus moon, but you never collected it.
I did.
I didn't even notice that, but that's really funny.
It's because I forgot I needed a ice cave.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
GMan, just
And I
making sure.
remembered it
Did you
once.
show all of them? Because you stopped in
Yeah,
sand,
I
so I
did,
wasn't
did,
sure.
yeah. I did. It should be there.
Okay.
No, yeah, he's good. He's good.
Okay.
Alrighty.
Cool.
So, with that in mind, if no one has anything else to add, I've been Awesome Agron.
Troy of Athens.
Alright. Make sure you guys follow Speed Gaming, follow the runners, follow me or Troy if you want. And yeah, there will be more triple bingo action throughout the week. Thanks for watching, guys.
And today, I believe.
Wait, is there another match today?
I think there is.
I don't think so.
Double checking schedule. There is
I
not.
was wrong. There is
Next
not.
match is 2 p.m. tomorrow.
Alright,
So,
well, stay tuned till then.
yeah.
Then
2 p.m.
Again.
Eastern.
English is difficult, man. Alright. Bye, guys.